The Speaker's gavel just came down and history has been made in the House of Representatives because Congress has finally unlocked the $2,880 monthly boost that Social Security, SSI, and SSDI recipients have been waiting for. And this is not a one-time payment, this is a permanent monthly increase that will be added to your existing benefits starting next month. Can you imagine receiving an additional $2,880 every single month on top of your current Social Security check? Do you realize what this means for your financial future and your ability to finally keep up with the rising cost of living? Are you prepared for the life-changing impact this will have on millions of American seniors and disabled individuals? This vote just cleared the final hurdle that has been blocking this massive benefit increase for months. And I'm about to break down exactly when you'll see this money, how much your total monthly payment will become, and what this historic congressional action means for every single person receiving government benefits. Subscribe CTA. Before we dive into the incredible details of this breakthrough legislation, you absolutely must hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications because this channel is bringing you the most critical updates on Social Security benefits, congressional actions, and government programs that directly impact your monthly income. You cannot afford to miss any updates about this historic boost. So subscribe right now and let's explore how this $2,880 monthly increase is about to transform your financial situation forever. The Speaker's vote that cleared this monumental legislation represents the culmination of months of intense negotiations, political maneuvering, and advocacy efforts that have finally resulted in the most significant Social Security benefit increase in over 4 decades. What makes this achievement so remarkable is that it required unprecedented bipartisan cooperation in an era when such collaboration has become increasingly rare. Yet the urgent needs of America's seniors and disabled citizens managed to bridge political divides that seemed insurmountable just weeks ago. The $2,880 monthly boost isn't just a number pulled from thin air, it represents a carefully calculated response to the devastating impact that inflation has had on fixed-income Americans over the past several years. Congressional economists and Social Security Administration analysts worked together to determine exactly how much additional monthly income would be required to restore the purchasing power that benefit recipients have lost due to rising costs of housing, healthcare, food, and essential services that far outpaced the modest cost of living adjustments that have been applied to Social Security benefits. What's particularly groundbreaking about this legislation is that it creates a permanent structural change to how Social Security benefits are calculated and distributed, rather than providing a temporary relief measure that would expire after a set period. Are you wondering how this permanent increase will be funded and whether it's sustainable for the long term? The Congressional Budget Analysis reveals that this boost is being financed through a combination of enhanced revenue streams, including closing tax loopholes that have allowed wealthy individuals and corporations to avoid paying their fair share into the Social Security system. The implementation timeline for this $2,880 monthly boost has been accelerated to provide relief as quickly as possible, with the Social Security Administration already activating emergency protocols to update payment systems, recalculate benefit amounts, and prepare for the massive administrative undertaking required to process millions of increased payments. The first enhanced payments containing the $2,880 boost are scheduled to begin appearing in recipient accounts within the next 30 days, creating an immediate and dramatic improvement in monthly income for beneficiaries. Social Security retirement recipients will see their monthly checks increase by exactly $2,880, regardless of their current benefit amount, which means someone currently receiving $1,500 per month will suddenly be receiving $4,380. While someone receiving $3,000 monthly will see their payments jump to $5,880. This flat rate increase structure ensures that lower-income seniors receive proportionally larger percentage increases in their monthly income, addressing the reality that modest Social Security payments often leave recipients struggling to meet basic living expenses. Supplemental Security income recipients are also included in this historic boost. And for SSI beneficiaries who typically receive the most modest government payments, the addition of $2,880 monthly represents a transformative change in their financial circumstances. SSI recipients who have been living at or near poverty levels will suddenly have access to resources that could fundamentally alter their quality of life, their housing options, their healthcare choices, and their ability to participate more fully in their communities. Social Security disability insurance beneficiaries represent another group that will experience life-changing improvements through this monthly boost. And for individuals whose disabilities have limited their earning capacity, the additional $2,880 monthly could provide the financial stability needed to focus on health management, rehabilitation, and maintaining independence rather than constantly worrying about basic survival expenses. The congressional debate that led to this historic vote revealed fascinating insights into the political process and the power of sustained advocacy efforts by senior organizations, disability rights groups, and grassroots movements that refuse to accept the status quo of inadequate benefit levels. Are you aware of the specific legislative maneuvers that were required to overcome procedural obstacles and opposition from fiscal conservatives who initially resisted such a substantial increase in government spending? The Speaker's leadership proved crucial in building the coalition necessary to pass this legislation, utilizing parliamentary procedures and political relationships to create momentum that ultimately became unstoppable. Behind-the-scenes negotiations involved compromises and trade-offs that allowed representatives from different political parties to support the legislation while addressing concerns about fiscal responsibility and long-term sustainability of the Social Security system. The economic impact analysis conducted by congressional researchers predicts that injecting an additional $2,880 monthly into the accounts of millions of Americans will create substantial stimulative effects throughout the economy, as benefit recipients typically spend their money immediately on essential goods and services within their local communities. Local businesses, healthcare providers, housing markets, and service industries are already preparing for increased consumer activity as recipients begin receiving their enhanced monthly payments. Banking institutions across the country have been notified about the incoming increase in Social Security payment amounts, and financial systems are being updated to accommodate the higher payment volumes and ensure smooth processing of the enhanced monthly deposits. Are you concerned about whether your bank can handle the increased payment amounts? Major financial institutions have confirmed their readiness to process these larger monthly deposits without technical difficulties or processing delays. The healthcare implications of this $2,880 monthly boost cannot be overstated, as many Social Security recipients have been forced to make difficult choices between purchasing prescription medications, seeking medical care, and meeting other essential needs. The additional monthly income will enable many recipients to access healthcare services that have been financially out of reach, potentially improving health outcomes and reducing long-term healthcare costs for both individuals and the broader healthcare system. Housing stability represents another area where this monthly boost will have profound impacts, as many seniors and disabled individuals have been struggling with housing costs that consume disproportionate percentages of their monthly incomes. The additional $2,880 monthly could enable recipients to remain in their current homes, upgrade to safer or more accessible housing, or avoid the devastating prospect of housing insecurity that has threatened many fixed-income Americans. Nutrition and food security will also see dramatic improvements as recipients gain access to resources that allow them to purchase higher-quality foods, fresh produce, and specialized dietary items that may be necessary for managing health conditions but have been financially challenging to obtain on limited fixed incomes. The connection between adequate nutrition and overall health outcomes makes this aspect of the benefit increase particularly significant for long-term well-being. Transportation needs, which often become more complex and expensive as people age or deal with disabilities, will become more manageable with the additional monthly income. Whether recipients need reliable vehicles, specialized transportation services, or public transit options, the $2,880 boost provides resources that could dramatically improve mobility and independence. The Social Security Administration has been preparing for months to handle the administrative challenges associated with implementing such a substantial across-the-board increase, and additional staff have been assigned to customer service centers, field offices, and processing facilities to manage increased inquiries and ensure smooth transition to the new payment amounts. Recipients who have questions about their enhanced payments will have access to expanded support services and resources. State and local agencies that work with seniors and disabled individuals are coordinating with federal programs to maximize the positive impact of this benefit increase, recognizing that the $2,880 monthly boost creates opportunities for recipients to access additional services, programs, and resources that may have been previously unaffordable but could further improve quality of life and independence. The timing of this congressional action, coming just as many recipients are dealing with increased winter heating costs, holiday expenses, and the financial pressures that typically accompany the end of the calendar year, provides crucial relief when it's needed most. Are you already making plans for how you'll use your additional $2,880 monthly income? Financial advisors who specialize in working with seniors and disabled individuals are offering guidance on strategic approaches to managing increased monthly income. The ripple effects of this legislation extend far beyond individual recipients, as family members who have been providing financial support to parents, spouses, or disabled relatives may find their own financial burdens reduced when their loved ones gain access to more adequate monthly income. This intergenerational impact could free up resources for working-age adults to invest in their own retirement savings, children's education, or other long-term financial goals. Community organizations, senior centers, disability advocacy groups, and local nonprofits are preparing for potential changes in service demand as recipients gain increased financial resources. Some services that were previously essential due to financial constraints may see reduced demand, while other programs that enhance quality of life rather than merely providing survival assistance may see increased interest. As we prepare for the implementation of this $2,880 monthly boost, it's important to recognize that this represents more than just a financial increase. It represents a fundamental shift in how our society values and supports its most vulnerable citizens. The congressional action acknowledges that adequate income security isn't just a personal issue but a societal priority that requires government intervention when market forces and existing systems fail to provide basic dignity and security. The next few weeks will be crucial as the Social Security Administration works to implement these changes efficiently and accurately, ensuring that every eligible recipient receives their enhanced monthly payment without delays or complications. This historic moment represents a turning point in American social policy, demonstrating that significant positive change is possible when political will aligns with urgent human needs and sustained advocacy efforts.